So welcome back to another video, everyone. Excuse the hat. It's just because I got dodgy hair at the moment and I haven't had a haircut. But what I've been doing is test fitting Stan's pieces that he fabricated, and they fit incredibly well, other than I've got to make some of the holes just slightly bigger. But the next stage will be to get the RSJs, or in French IPN, into the building, put them all up, bolt it all together, get it nice and straight so then we can mark the holes, put some bolts in, fill the cavities with concrete, and then that's it. As long as it's all nice and straight and level, we can then do all the floor joists, the noggins, the subfloor, and then we can think about the balustrade and the access. The access is a little bit tricky because originally in the room next door, I'll show you in a minute, it had a spiral staircase into a room upstairs, and then there's a door onto the gallery. But the spiral staircase doesn't exist either. So I was looking at some antique ones, which are a little bit expensive, but they only seem to be about 2 meters 80 to about 3 meters maximum. And I can't find anything bigger. And I did speak to the carpenter, and he did say he could make one, but I think an oak staircase is going to be very expensive just for access to the gallery. So what we'll probably do is manufacture one out of steel. It will be solid, and it won't be really small like some spiral staircases because they're quite difficult to get up. I've been up a few in the past and they're just very tight and just not great to walk up. So if possibly something very similar to the one that's outside, I don't know, maybe a little bit nicer. But I think that's a better option and more cost effective. And then once the gallery is in, we'll have to put the scaffolding up to then repair the ceiling above it, which isn't that bad actually, the ceiling above the actual gallery. It's more like the rest of it needs a bit more work. And then the organ behind me can then go on it. And we can do it properly this time. We can do all the necessary repairs, and I can get an actual organ expert in to voice it and tune it properly and get all the actions really smooth, because it's a little bit sticky at the moment, that organ, and it needs tuning properly essentially. But what I'll do is I'll probably get Michael and the amazing Nick Moon to come and help dismantle it and rebuild it, but also taking time to do the repairs properly, because we're literally in a rush to get that thing together just for Christmas. But also, rather than just having it in pieces everywhere, it's better to be like that, so it's easy to dismantle and put back together, because it's as it should be essentially, rather than just laying everywhere in pieces. And there's currently 4 organs in this convent, so yes. I think one is going to the chateau, a small one, and there's one on wheels with copper pipes, which is really nice. I'm not sure where that's going. And then there's the Swedenborg from Kensington that's going somewhere, I'm not sure. But they'll find homes regardless. So anyway, I'll show you the staircase quickly, just so you can understand what we're doing here. And then we'll crack on with a bit of work, because I've got a bit to do today. So on the same level as the gallery, you've got a door, which is really nice. And then down here, you've got another door. And then through this door, let me unlock it. It opens into this room, which is currently full of pews. That's an exterior door. That door goes nowhere. And you've got 3 doors. They're all downstairs toilets. What is that noise? That sounds dodgy. I think we should go up there and figure out what that noise is. But anyway, this is where the spiral staircase used to go. So it would be on the floor here. It would go all the way up, around and around, and then yeah, that sort of curved bit is the balustrade, and then it would sort of, you access directly onto the sort of the gallery that way. Anyway, let's go up there on the ladder and see what's going on. There's funny noises up there. Let's close it. So if you've never been up here, you're in for a treat. It's actually in really good condition. Well, it was last time I checked. Okay. Just got to change hands. Sorry if the camera is shaky. There's a noise. Not sure what it is though. Let's get up there. Ooh. So welcome upstairs, everyone. So the spiral staircase would come up and then you'd walk off it this way. And then you've got 3 more toilets up here. And then there is like wash basins and some storage. And I believe this room used to, this door used to go into the old hospital, which we don't own. And then here you would then go onto the chapel gallery, which is cool. And it's all in great condition up here. Even the roof is new-ish. And that noise I think is just the tree outside sort of scraping on the glass or something. Yes. Anyway. There we go. Let's go back to work. Yes, that's going to look very nice. Clock's a bit big. So this is why I'm wearing this hat. It's just an absolute mess. But what I've just done is I've osmoed the doors, the second coat, so tomorrow we can flip them over, do another coat, and then Tuesday we'll do another coat, and then go back in the hallway until they're fitted. But they need fitting because they're very important. They stop all the cold air coming up from the basement. And it's really cold in France at the moment. Well, not today, but it was over the last few days. And even though we've got heating in the hallway and the dining room, without them doors, it's just making all the cold air come up from the basement, and it's freezing down there. So tomorrow, back in the library, really need to get the stud work done. It should take a couple of days, maybe more. And that's why I did that fireplace first, just to try and make it a bit more interesting. It's hard to make it interesting some days, but just watching work is interesting enough, I think. So as soon as the stud work's done, the electrics can be done, and then Yanis and I can start doing all of the plasterboarding. And that's when the room will start taking shape. So just bear with us. another week and we'll get there. I'll go and buy some plasterboard, some more insulation, and we'll get it done. It's going to be amazing, that room. The clock's a bit big. I don't know why I put it there. I just thought I've got it hanging around the convent. I'll just put the clock there. And yeah, it's a bit big, so we'll get something a bit smaller for that. And then tomorrow we've got to take the mirror off to put the fireplace together properly, but I need a second pair of hands for that. So yeah, this is going to be here. And I think tomorrow is going to be Rick's last day. So we need to give Rick a good send-off. He's back to the UK. Yeah, just moving back to the UK. So we'll have to give Rick a send-off. I've got a bottle of whiskey for him. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all tomorrow.